Hello everyone, it's Quintin
and Kendy Jane,
and we are going to show you how to cook a Cajun gumbo, chicken and sausage, one we've been cooking for a very long time. It's a very good, easy, and delicious gumbo.
Yep, and we added a few eggs in it. It's just something my mom always did. I think it was to stretch the gumbo, what we've kind of started to love, the way the eggs taste in the gumbo. So you'll see.
We're also going to show you how to cook the roux.
Yep.
We're going to make one from scratch, show you how to do that, and make just a good, easy gumbo.
And another thing we wanted to point out, we've decided to separate the cooking and lifestyle part of our videos separate from the beauty part. So we started a new channel.
Yeah, it's called Quintin and Kendy Jane's Everything Cajun.
Yeah, so we're going to start with this new recipe on Quintin and Kendy Jane's Everything Cajun. And any festivals we go to or anything, football
fishing trips,
games,
football games, anything we do, we'll just put it on that channel instead of Kendy's other channel. It just don't fit.
No,
I don't think.
It just seemed odd having a plate of spaghetti in the middle of all these beauty
makeup
videos.
So we'll see how this works.
Right.
If you have any suggestions, just let us know
in the comments.
Comments.
And if you have any suggestions on any Cajun dishes you would like us to make, please put it in the suggestions, because things we might think are everyday, ordinary, we might not think of. So just, if you have a suggestion, please just put it in the comment section.
But here's just a few that are going to be coming. I'm going to do a crawfish etouffee, cabbage rolls, good home rice and gravy, steak rice and gravy.
Yeah.
Things like that, homemade soup, jambalaya, things like that. We'll have them.
Yeah, and on Good Friday we plan on having a crawfish ball at our house. So we'll have that on
weather
video.
permitting. We'll see.
Yeah, but I'm the bald crawfish lover in the family.
Yeah.
The two children, they okay with it, but Quentin's kind of not a big ball crabs.
I'll ball them, but I just don't.
Yeah, he likes to ball them for me, so we'll have those. He does ball them good, so.
All right, well.
That's it. Well,
hope y'all enjoy.
I hope y'all enjoy watching the gumbo video. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm starting to cook my roux for my gumbo, and I have 1.5 cups of vegetable oil to medium heat in this pot, and I have 2 cups of flour, and I'm going to add that in very lightly. I'm going to stir this in. Now I'm going to make a lot more roux here than I actually need, but you can always save it in the refrigerator and it'll last a long time. So you just stir it in a little at a time here.
All of it.
We're going to add the whole 2 cups of flour in here. Stir it in. Now you can see I'm using a roux spoon to cook this. It was given to my wife a long time ago as a gift. It really makes it easier if you have one of these wooden roux spoons.
See, it scrapes the bottom.
Scrapes the bottom, really. Like I said, I have 1.5 cups of vegetable oil, 2 cups of flour to make the roux for our gumbo or stews or whatever. This stuff you can make. It'll make a lot more than you need, and you can save it in a jar in ice blocks. Now I'm going to lower the heat just a little. The thing about a roux is constantly stirring it. It'll turn very quick. And if you don't stir it, it can burn.
You don't want it to go too quick.
You don't want it to turn too quick. And a little bit more. Just constantly stirring it. I like not a dark roux, but I don't like a light roux. So you're gonna see it as it changes colors. It starts off light like this, and it'll get darker and darker and darker as you stir. Just try to keep the heat not too high. Just keep it as a steady, where it's steady bubbling real hard like that.
That's it.
I'm gonna continue cooking, and in just a second I will show you as the color changes. Okay guys, as you can see, the color is starting to change, starting to get darker. It's been cooking for, I'd say 10 minutes. We're going to continuously stir it until it gets to that color we want. And the color that I'm talking about is this color right here. Now this is a roux that you can also buy in stores. And this one actually is called Carrie's roux. It's a Louisiana made roux. The one that actually I prefer, and it's fairly cheap, maybe anywhere from $2 to $3. You can buy them in the store all ready to go, but I just want to show everyone how to make a roux. So if you wanted to, you can make your own. And like I said, I'm making much more than I actually need, and you can save it in the refrigerator for, stay good for a few months, I'm sure.
My grandmother never bought store-bought roux, but my mom did, and we do. Sometimes after work, if you want to make a stew or even a gumbo, you just don't have time. And you can't really say how long it takes to make a roux because it depends on how high your fire is. Like right now, we have it pretty low. If you cook it really fast, you got to be right on it because it could burn, quick. And when you think about what's in a roux, it's just flour and oil. It's very cheap.
But this is the color we're looking for right here.
So we got a long way to go.
We got a little way to go. But like I said, I'll put the places where you can buy this roux. In Louisiana, they make 3 main brands: Carrie's, Savoy's, and Richard's.
Yeah.
Ones we use.
Which is Richard.
Yeah, Richard, but it's pronounced Richard. But Carrie's is the one I prefer.
And as far as taste, it's very hard to tell a home cooked roux from a store bought roux.
Yeah, it's just if you get home and you want to make a really quick stew or gumbo or something, jar roux is the way to go. It's actually the same thing. It's just we want to show how to make it.
And the benefit of this spoon, you see how it has more surface area to scrape the bottom of the pot. You see?
Less stirring.
But this was the big deal when I was a kid. My mom would say,
Well, yeah, you had to get in line
to stir. And my mom was scared I'd burn myself, but I have burned myself so many times.
To take turns.
Stirring the roux.
And also on the on the Carrie's jar, there's actually recipes for Cajun seafood gumbo and chicken and sausage gumbo. So that's also nice to know.
Ours is a little bit different. Some people like gumbo thicker. Some people like gumbo thinner. Who's to say what's better? It's just a matter of taste.
The best way is just to cook your gumbo, tweak it like you like it. A little more roux, a little darker, a little less roux, lighter. I mean, it's just the way you like it. But that's the only way you're gonna know is to cook it.
That's it. Trial and error.
What we're gonna show you today is how to make a quick and easy, tasteful gumbo. I'm not gonna say it's the best gumbo in the world, but it's very good. We enjoy it. We've been cooking it this way for years and years. Haven't had a complaint yet.
And also, we have an electric stove, which is horrible. You can control the heat so much better on a, what do you call them? Burner stove? Gas stove.
Well, when I was growing up, that's all we had was gas.
Well, my mom
That's all I
always
knew.
had gas too until we got married, and our street only has electric.
Yeah, we all electric.
The whole neighborhood.
We burn a lot of things.
And the way our parents cook, I know my mom, my grandparents, my mother-in-law, they don't measure, they just cook it. So that's kind of how I cook. I don't usually measure, so when doing this, we got to kind of figure out a recipe. So it just takes a little bit longer. We can come back when it gets a little darker because it's got a good little ways to go.
All right, so we're at this stage right now. It's kind of halfway, I want to say. So we'll come back in just a minute and show you the finished product. All right. All right, guys, as you can see, it's really turning now. Maybe another 5 minutes since we last spoke, but total, I say cooking time, maybe 20 minutes.
It can take you 20 to 45 minutes to make a roux.
Yeah, it just
If you wanna
depends
do it
how
really
you got your
slow.
heat. How, you know, it just depends. This one took us cooking time 20-25 minutes.
Now, some people say cook it as dark as a brown paper bag, which I'd say this is, huh?
No, that's a little darker than a brown paper bag.
You're saying a good,
Because
you think it should be cooked darker.
I'm saying dark as a chocolate bar.
But you like dark roux.
I like dark roux. That makes it gumbo.
But
gives it
some
that
people
rich
do
flavor.
it this light.
Yeah, some people make it. It depends what you're making.
I think,
I'd say if I was making a stew, that might be good, but not a gumbo.
it all tastes the same.
It tastes the same.
You want it to have that brown, nutty flavor. It's like a roux is. It just gives it that kind of flavor, like a nutty flavor.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. It's something you got to taste.
Now people have all kind of ways of doing roux. They do them in microwave without oil. I don't know all those ways. I just do the
I just can't see it tasting the same. I'm old-fashioned.
right. If you're gonna eat gumbo, just cook it the right way and just don't eat as much. This is enough for a huge gumbo. I mean,
Probably no. That's enough for 2 gumbo.
2 gumbos.
Maybe more. I don't know. Listen.
I usually put about a cup and a half of roux in that size pot, so we'll see. And you just save the rest. Let it cool all the way before you put it into your refrigerator.
All right, as you can see, it got to its final consistency here. Final color. Perfect dark color. I guess kind of like a chocolate bar, you know.
Yeah.
Best I can say.
Milk chocolate.
Yeah, that's the darkness of the roux you're looking for right there.
And
So-
it's not hard.
No. So now what we're gonna do, we took it off the heat. We're just stirring it. We're gonna let it cool down.
And we got our water in chicken broth boiling, and we're gonna add our roux to that along with our onions and bell peppers.
And as soon as we get this roux straight, we'll get back with you in just a second. Starting to come to a boil here. My roux's ready. I'm gonna take this roux and I'm gonna add it. It's about a cup and a half of roux, I'd say. And I'm gonna add that in here along with 2 chopped onions, 1 bell pepper, and about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. But first we're gonna add our roux, and once I get that going, we'll see how it goes from there. All right now we got it coming to a boil. See how it's starting to foam? Really need to watch that. But what I did is I let it come to a boil. I added my onions, bell peppers, garlic, and roux, and I got it to a nice. You'll see when the foam goes down. But when it's coming to a boil, if you cover it, watch for the foam to come up because it'll come and it'll go all over the stove.
I've done it quite a few times.
But once it foams up and calms down, that's it. It won't do it again. Now what I do, I'm gonna add chicken. I season my chicken real good with red pepper, salt, and all season like a Tony Sastry season or whatever you have to taste. And when I add it to this, along with the sausage, and I let it cook, you taste it after, and then you can re-season it, and you know, just kind of get it to your taste.
Adjust it then.
Yeah, but right now we have this in here cooking, and we're gonna cook this for about 40 minutes. Come back. I'm gonna go ahead. I can add the sausage now. Get the flavors cooking in here.
Now, if you want to add andouille or any kind, you can add whichever sausage you want.
Any kind of sausage you want. This is just the one I prefer. Okay, that's 1 pound of sausage. You can put more or less, whatever you think. But that's what I put in mine. And this is going to cook about 40 minutes, and then right as we add the chicken, I'll let y'all know. Be back in a minute. Alright. It's been cooking now for about, I'd say 45 minutes, along with the sausage, onions, bell peppers, garlic. And look, it's a nice brown color. It's the right consistency. We're going to go ahead and add our chicken. Before I added the chicken, I went right along the base here. And if you go right along the base, you can grab all the grease I took out. Even though I boiled the sausage, there's still a lot of oil in the roux and all this kind of stuff. And I hate a lot of grease in my gumbo. So I'll go around the edges right here and I'll take that out of there. So you can do that right before you do the chicken, and you can do it again once the chicken is done. But right now we're ready to put the chicken in. Now you can use whatever kind of chicken you want. I mean, a lot of times we use chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast. We use, you know, but a lot of times we like dark meat, so we use legs and thighs and stuff like that. And that's what we're going to be going with today. So,
but if you want to cook a good all-day gumbo, you use a hen.
Right, right.
We always in a hurry. We're always cooking. We want it to be done quick. A hen will not be done quick. It takes hours for a hen to be cooked.
So I just took chicken, cut it up, seasoned it real well, and after the chicken's, you know, cooking a while, I'm going to taste the sauce and see then if I need to add more seasoning. But I seasoned the chicken with cayenne pepper, salt, black pepper.
And chicken will take about 45 minutes to an hour. If you cook it too long, you'll end up with just bones and meat. So, but you want to get your gravy almost to the point where it's how you want it before you put your chicken. Because you can't ball it any longer because your chicken will debone. Now
once the chicken's done and everything's done, I'm going to show y'all another little thing we do. We actually add eggs to it. We crack and drop eggs inside the gumbo, but once you do it, you can't stir it. And they cook pretty quick, and it just gives the gumbo you know, when you eat it, you put it in your plate, it just gives it a whole totally different flavor for your gumbo.
I think in the past it was a good way to stretch it.
Yeah.
You know, but it got to where I love eggs in a gumbo. You can do it in a stew, but my mom, my grandpa, they always did it in a gumbo. You know?
So we'll show you all that. We just added the chicken. That'll probably cook for...
Once it comes to a ball, we'll time it about 40 minutes and check it to see.
Alright, our chicken is now done, and what we're going to do now is add eggs, and we do is we crack them in a coffee mug, and I'm just going to pour them right in there, and once we add them, we'll let them cook for about 15 minutes without stirring. or you'll have egg drop gumbo. So you don't, once you add them, you do not stir. And when you crack it in a cup, just add a little bit salt in it, just a little bit.
You can put a little
Black pepper if you want to, a little shot. Just gives it an extra little. Only thing I do, I just make me a little spot to dump the egg, just like that. We normally put, well, you can put as many as you want. It doesn't matter.
And then the next day, if you want, you can add more to it.
Yeah, if you eat all the eggs out of it, just heat it up and add a little more.
You just drop them in different sections of the gumbo.
Just different spots around, and they really cook pretty quick.
That's how many? 4?
Yeah, this would be number 4. And we'll continue to do that until we have, I don't know, 6 or 8. And we'll let it cook for 15 minutes.
One more?
Yep, one more.
There you go.
Alright, that'll do it. Alright. No, remember, no stirring. 15 minutes, it'll all be done. Alright guys, here it is. It's the finished product. The only other thing we did, we added a nice plate of potato salad and some gumbo filet, which is actually, it comes from the sassafras tree. It's really fine granulated sassafras. You put a little bit of that on top of your gumbo, it gives it extra flavor. And you can see we have the chicken, we have the egg, and the sausage gumbo, potato salad. And that's it. That's the finished product.